Welcome to the English class brought to you by Lata Khamarbati High School, Dumuria, Khulna. This is Shibdas Roy before you. How are you, dear students? I hope you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty. I am also well. It was long since I had met you, but after a long time, I have come in front of you with a new topic and a new class. My today's topic is transformation of sentence, and it is for all classes, that means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, especially class 9 and 10. So, dear students, listen to me very carefully and take your writing materials to write down. Okay. Our today's topic is transformation of sentence, and it is a part of changing sentence. Changing sentence means we have to change sentences according to the question paper. Okay. Now we see that I have written transformation of sentence. So at first we should know what is transformation of sentence. Transformation of sentence is a sentence that will be changed according to its direction. That means it will be affirmative into negative or assertive into interrogative, but the sense will be in the structure, not in the meaning. So we should remind that we should change the sentence without changing its meaning. Okay. I have written an example here. The boy is honest. If I write the boy is not honest, here we have changed the structure, but with it we have changed the meaning. It is not acceptable. Okay, we have to change the structure but not meaning. So we should write here the boy is not the negative form of honest, dishonest. Okay, so we should change the structure but not meaning. And look at the board, dear students. I have written here some examples of affirmative sentence, and it will be changed into negative sentence. So we see what kind of sense we shall be done here. The flower is natural. Number one, the flower is natural. So at the first step we should bring not after auxiliary verb, and then the negative form of the affirmative word. Okay, is it clear? Here we find that the flower is natural. So we should identify the affirmative word here. Here the affirmative word natural. We should identify the opposite word of natural. The opposite word of natural is artificial. We should write artificial instead of natural. But before that, we should write not or no in the sentence. That means the answer will be the flower is not. Instead of natural, we should write artificial. Artificial. CIAL. Okay. But if there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, we should bring do, does, or did. If the sentence is in the present indefinite tense, and then we can bring do or does, and if the sentence is past indefinite tense, we should bring did. Okay. And if the subject is third person singular number, then we should write does, and the rest of the forms will follow do. Okay. Number two. Here the question is only the honest are respected. Only the honest are respected. If we find only in the affirmative sentence, we should change it. Instead of only, we should write none but, nothing but, or not more than, or no less than. If only follows the person, we should write none but. But if only follows the impersonal things, that means materials or any other things, we should write nothing but. But if only follows number, here I have told you, if only follows number, then you should write not more than or no less than. Only the honest are respected. Look at the subject here carefully. Here the subject honest, the honest, and it indicates person. So we should write none but instead of only. None but the honest are respected. So we should write none but the honest are respected. The honest are respected. Okay, have you got the point? I have erased number 1 and 2 because there is less space in my board. Everybody wants to enjoy a sound health. Everybody wants to enjoy a sound health. Okay, everybody wants to enjoy sound health. Here we find everybody. It's a kind of pronoun. Everybody is a pronoun. If the sentence begins with every, well, we must change here. Instead of every, we should write there is no. Instead of every, we should write there is no. That means there is no. Every. Instead of every, we should write there is no. There is no. And the word after every. The word after every. There is nobody. There is nobody. And according to to keep the meaning unchanged, we should write but. We should write but. There is nobody but. And from verb to the rest of the sentence. From verb to the rest of the sentence. Here verb wants. So we should write wants to enjoy sound health. Wants to enjoy a sound health. A sound health. Okay, I have erased another question and answer to free some spaces. Number 4. You must obey your teachers. Here we find a changeable word must. Instead of must, we should write cannot but or cannot help. If you use cannot but, you have to put the present form of the main verb. But if you use cannot help, you should write the ing form of the principal verb. Okay, that means PP1 plus ing. You must. So our subject should not be changed. You must. Instead of must, we may find here. We may write here cannot but. Cannot but. Cannot but. Cannot but. Obey your teacher. Obey your teachers. Obey your teachers. Okay. Number 5. Number 5. As soon as the teacher entered the classroom, the students stood up. As soon as the teacher entered the classroom, the students stood up. It's a complex sentence. Do you know what a complex sentence is? A complex sentence remains. A complex sentence has two clauses. A principal clause and a subordinate clause. Okay. As soon as the teacher entered the classroom. Instead of as soon as, we should write no sooner had. What? No sooner had. no sooner had than the subject of the first clause. That means the teacher. The teacher. And the past participle form of the verb of first clause. That means entered. So we should write the past participle form of entered. Here we find that it's a we verb. That means the verb which can be replaced into past and past participle form by adding ed. Okay, entered. So it's the past participle form of entered. And the rest of the first clause, the classroom, comma, the second clause will not be changed. That means second clause will be unchanged. Okay. Second clause here, the students stood up. The students stood up. Students stood up. Okay. Number 6. Traveling is always pleasant. Traveling is always pleasant. If the sentence has always, we should write never instead of always. But if we use always, the meaning of the sentence will be changed. So we should write the negative form of the affirmative word of the sentence. Okay. Then the answer will be traveling. Number 6, traveling is always. Instead of always we should write never, and the opposite word of pleasant, unpleasant. Okay, pleasant, unpleasant. Dear students, look at the board carefully. I have written the example. Traveling is never unpleasant. Here you notice very carefully that the meaning of the sentence is not changed here. Okay. Number 7. Both Rohim and his friend did the work. Both Rohim and his friend did the work. If two subjects are connected with both ... and only and, we should change this conjunction. Here both ... and it's a correlative conjunction. Okay, correlative conjunction. Instead of both ... and, we have to write another conjunction. That means not only ... but also. Not only ... but also. Here we have to connect two subjects with another correlative conjunctions, and this conjunction is not only ... but also. Not only plus first subject Rohim, not only Rohim, and instead of and we should write but also his friend did the work. Okay. Number 8. Rohim was always punctual. Here we find another example of always. Instead of always we should write never, and punctual. Instead of punctual we should write the opposite form of punctual. That means late. Rohim was not late. Dear students, I hope you have understood the structure, the rules I have taught you today. I shall take the next class according to the next rules of affirmative into negative. So till then you should stay at home and remain healthy and remain safe with your family members. See you in the next class. Bye. Thank you everybody for joining my class. Okay.